Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Staying Forever Strong. Today I'm with Ben Eden, a life coach and motivational speaker. And sorry guys, my screen's a little blue today. It's because look where he is compared to where I am. Just kidding. Hey Ben, how are you?
I'm doing so great. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming on and talking with us today.
No problem. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, of course. I love just getting other people's stories out and just being able to talk about things that could really help others.
Yeah.
So, how have you been holding up during all this craziness?
Well, I think similar to most people, ups and downs, right? So
Yep.
I wanted to give a little bit of background on who I am so maybe somebody who's listening could relate a little bit easier. So I'm 30 years old, single, living in Utah. My life was as an HR director at an international company, but I left that in February to become a motivational speaker full time because I feel like I have an awesome message to share, right?
Yeah.
And so I was doing that full time, and I traveled to speak to in a few places, and all of a sudden, this situation happened, right? And so, with similar to everybody, lots of things changed. My speaking opportunities were canceled, and so now my life is a lot different. I was already working at home, but now I always play soccer too. I mean, soccer is my passion, and even soccer is canceled. So
No.
that not being able to hang out with friends, a lot of things, a lot of these things people can relate with. But what I've found is even though I live alone, I mean, I have Airbnb guests here, right? So I can chat with them too. But in general, I live alone and I find ways to stay productive and stay okay. But I found that that includes being okay with being sad or lonely sometimes.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I've learned is to slow down. My personality is very much go go go. I know how to do this, get there. I've been successful. I need to be successful, and I can be successful. But that can wear you out, and it can stress you out too. So I've just learned, hey, slow down, take care of yourself, and give yourself permission to do something fun, just because,
I love that. Thank you for that. Yeah, I agree. I've learned a lot, just in general from being with invisible illness and everything. Sometimes it's hard to you feel like you need to go, 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 but sometimes you just can't. So it's like you have to
True.
learn to be okay with it.
Yeah. And then another interesting thing, and I'm learning more and more about this. I think it's a fascinating subject. Is the subject of emotions. Obviously, we all have them, but I feel like they're very misunderstood.
Hmm.
And so, for example, in these times where we say, "I used to have a structure. I need a structure. How am I going to develop a structure?" Or every day is different, yada yada. Then oftentimes we might feel guilt because, oh, I'm not as busy as I was, or I'm not staying busy, or whatever it happens to be, right?
Hmm.
But that emotion, the sadness, loneliness, guilt, whatever it is, I think it's the brain's way of telling your body, hey, something's up. And as with any physical injury, you need to experience it and take care of it properly so you can heal. With emotions, I think too often we try to ignore them and
Hmm.
don't let them heal the right way. So maybe during this time of stillness and difference, we can start to learn to listen to our bodies a bit more. And I think overall we'll come out of it a lot better.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And I've talked to a lot of other people, and a lot of people have said this is almost like a time we'll never get again to really just reconvene and see where we're at and where we want to be, and maybe
Yeah,
even regroup all together.
exactly. I think that, I mean, there's really nothing else that affects everybody universally, right? I had another thought. Let's see here. Oh, darn. Not coming.
Okay, it'll come at some point. So, what are some of the things you've done? Like maybe it could be even going on now or just in general that you've done to help you to maybe learn to be more positive or to just try and get through, to be strong.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I like that. This is probably where I was going. So I've been reminded of the importance of getting sunlight, right? The vitamin D. So staying in the house, my goodness, it can wear on you. And really, it's an invisible force kind of thing. It's like, why am I feeling a little depressed? Oh, maybe it's because I haven't gotten any sunlight. So I've given myself permission to go on a 30-minute walk just out in the sun. And
Yeah.
in the past, I might have thought, oh, but that's during work hours, so I can't. But now I say, look, it's just part of the day and it'll work out. And I'm a lot happier. It's exercise, it's sunlight, it's fresh air, a lot of great things. Also, here's what I was going to say. I'm lucky. I think I've been told recently that you can think of this phrase, the world is out to do me good, instead of the world is out to get me, right? So the world is out to do me good. And if you think of it that way, then you might realize a couple of things like, oh my goodness, that does make sense on how it's affected me. So for example, back in December, I got into puzzles. I don't know why. I think it was a thing to do with friends. And over the last couple months, I've done a lot of puzzles. I did 16 500-piece Disney puzzles, and I framed them and I put them on my walls downstairs. It's pretty cool. So I was already in the mood for puzzles, and now I'm just getting into the bigger ones. 1,000. I'm doing a 2,000-piece puzzle right now.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Yeah. That takes a
But
lot of time and energy, but sounds fun.
it's true. I think it's therapeutic, though. I actually wrote a little article
Yeah. I
about
didn't
this.
mean the time and energy, but
Oh, no worries, no worries. I get it. Because the things I learn while doing the puzzle, and I think most importantly, as you put each little piece down, it's a little tiny feeling of success. So where otherwise, oh, I'm not speaking as much as I'd like to, or I'm not with friends as much as I'd like to, I'm not with the normal like I'd like to. Hey, I just put down a puzzle piece, success. Ooh, another puzzle piece, success, you know?
I like that. That's a really good way to think about it. It's a very like glass half full than half
Right.
empty.
Yeah.
Well,
And
oh,
sorry, one more thing. Another thing that's
you're
super
good.
helpful. It's actually probably my favorite part of each day. I've started to have a goal to have a conversation with at least one person a day, whether over Zoom, phone call, something like that, right? And it's just that human connection with somebody and having a conversation and relating to them, even if I don't have an agenda for the conversation. It's just, hey, how's your afternoon going? How's your day going? Those things really bring life back to me, and I stay connected. I've actually had the thought, even though we're social distancing now, we may come out of this more connected than we were before.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you're really gonna be bonding or getting together with people, well, like Zoom wise, but like connecting that more than maybe you would have otherwise if we
Absolutely.
weren't, because it's people maybe you didn't talk to for a while, so like we connect.
Uh-huh. Since we're on the subject, you give me another thought. So I've been reading a lot, of course, all the time I have. And one of the LinkedIn posts, somebody I know asked this question, said, how do you like virtual networking as opposed to the normal way of, going to a dinner or going to a networking event? And I said, my goodness, I love the virtual ones because I can see them face to face on the little pixels, right? And they have a name on them.
Oh,
That helps me get to know them a bit, and I listen, and we have a similar environment conversation. Afterwards I can find them on LinkedIn, say, hey, we were at the same meeting, this is what we learned, boom, we're connected. And it feels
yeah.
less awkward and a little easier than it used to.
And you don't have to worry about business cards and
Oh, I'm telling you. Or travel.
yep. And you could just be in your home and comfortable and
Right.
yeah, no, it actually those are all like really good points and like things I don't really think about, but now I am.
So I think and what I teach is there's so much positive to be found. We shouldn't ignore the emotions and the hard times. We
Right.
should let them happen. But at the same time, if you're able to experience both sides of life, my goodness, life can be so great no matter what you're in.
Yep. I that's yeah. I can't even say more because that's really good. So thank you so much for coming on today. Is there anything else you want to add? Do you want to say where people can find you?
Sure, that'd be great. Yeah, so like I said, I'm a motivational speaker and life coach. I speak a lot on emotions, the importance of overcoming them so you can live a fulfilled life. You can find me on the website, benedenspeaks.com, or on Facebook and Instagram at Ben Eden Speaks.
All right. Well, this was another episode. Thanks again, Ben, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of what you're doing. Have a
Thank you.
great day, guys. See you next time.